And we're ready when you are.
The dyslexia made it hard. No one was going to cut me any slack, so I ended up having to work 10 times harder than anyone else. Well, I just left high school and I was looking for something to do with my friends.
So that was the year after I joined. I was just finishing doing my employment training.
I joined as a general enlistee when I was 18. After 2 years, I was promoted to Lance Corporal, which was great because I started being recognised for doing a good job. And I was a combat engineer by trade, which meant that I could build things and blow things up, which was, as a young fella, you can't get much more fun than that. After this time, I'd been a Lance Corporal for a little while. I thought I want to be a commissioned officer. I saw the job that they did and I got on really well with all the officers that I had. I thought, well, this is something that I could do.
Because it's something that can't be seen, it's very easy to be ignored or swept under the carpet, but the impact on the individual concerned is profound.
The feedback I got from the practical sessions was, that you were, leading the group. You were exemplary in what you were doing until I sat down in front of the selection board. And one of the first things they did was they said, we're going to give you a problem. And then we want you to write your solution to that problem. And that's when I started to get that pain in my chest and worrying because being dyslexic, I know that my handwriting is atrocious. I don't spell very well at all. Punctuation is optional, so it doesn't come across well. I went through remedial classes when I was a kid. People automatically think that means you're the dumb kid, and it's not the case. This building was from 1915, and when I joined, this is where I came.
There's no doubt about that. You don't work until the day you die. So he has definitely been set back in time, and time in a job brings opportunities normally.
And I started to progress up the promotion ladder. So I went from Lance Corporal to Corporal to Sergeant, Staff Sergeant, and then Warrant Officer. I went through my promotion course for my trade, which was combat engineering, and I took across the chief instructor and I told him. And the first words, he looked at me and said, well, this system should have weeded you out by now. You shouldn't have got here. And I just said, well, that's it. I'm never going to be an officer.
The fact is that he knew he was capable of more because, he got to live his dream, I suppose.